blessed ones of the nations of the world. Thus, as your brother Dan Moses Osei Yausakodi, the biological father of the two tortured and abducted children, Elizabeth Sarkodie and Grace Ohima Sarkodie, who is of TRC, Ghana, coming to you this 7th of January 2022 with a continuation of a program, Testimony, New World Disorder. But before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Nganjoni, Bingvindo. You are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, to Sanyusenyo, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, O, San Dezua, Elkwandehina, Mitash, Duburo, Pezalovat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalus, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dobridoya, welcome. Estan Ozut, Walang Anuman, bienvenido, namaste, swagetan, kush amadid, Baruch, haba, marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying, nyejeko, anyemime, nyejeko, wezolo, novio, miawezo, akwaba to the program. Testimony, New World Disorder. Testimony, New World Disorder. We know it to be the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and lies that are willfully made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Yet, they have chosen to be the very people that have dealt with us by willful lies, deception, delusion, having brought humanity and the nations of the world into this current state of total helplessness. But blessed ones, we know we are not ignorant that all that we are seeing on the nations of all that we saw through the year 2021, all that we are still seeing in the nations of the world is just the blowing winds of what agenda is being pushed against humanity. You didn't hear that. I'm saying that don't die yet. Because all that we are seeing in your nation, my nation, and nations of the world is not the ulterior agenda. The ulterior motive, their purpose, their agenda is to come after your soul, my soul, the souls of humanity and the nations of the world. That is what they are pursuing. But thank God that we are not moved by His grace. We as well get to receive through this program some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight that we may know exactly what to do in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made by some of the people that we least expect to deal with humanity and the nations of the world this treacherous and diabolical way. Humanity and the nation, we are encouraged. We want to say to us, Akwaba, one more time, to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. And we want to say Akwaba to the year 2022. Noble people of Ghana, of Africa, and of the nations of the world, we want to welcome each other into the year 2022 and to the continuation of the expose's Testimony, New World Disorder special series, Humanity, they are coming after our souls. Blessed ones, we would want to be very grateful to God. Use this very first exposés of the year 2022 to express some gratitude to God for the truth and the fact that we are still here. It has taken just His grace for us to bring us through to this very moment. There are many great and noble ones, dignified ones that did not make it to this year. But by the grace of God, we have made it. So we can say that, Ebenezer, we are most grateful to you for how far you have brought us. Except for the Lord, where would we have been? Humanity and the nations of the world, let me convince you to understand why you need to be grateful to God for having seen the year 2022. In the year 2018, there was a renowned man of God whom I revered so much. My own reverend minister of Assemblies of God Church Ghana, specifically Tema Community 4 Assembly. He was my reverend minister. His name was Reverend Dr. David Nabemado. Humanity and the nations of the world, before the close of 2021, we had commemorated his third anniversary of his barbarous, cowardly killing by the coward secret killers, Nana Addo Akufo and his cronies in America. Humanity and the nations of the world, in the year 2018, just one day for Reverend Dr. David Nabemado to have entered into the year 2019, God gave the way. And the coward secret killers who have no regards for the church of God put their face on a fellow human being who barbarously shed the precious blood of Reverend Dr. David Nabema. He never, one day on the 30th of December 2018, one day, the next day will be 31st, and 31st night will roll him into the year 2019. God permitted, and his precious life was taken. One day. Bible says that our God seated in heavens and he does whatever he pleases. So if it pleased him that you should enter the year 2022, that many that are more, that are richer, that are taller, that are huge, that have achieved better economic status in life, they died, but you lived. God knows the reason why. And there is every reason for you to say, thank you, God, that we have seen the year 2022. All things work together for good. We know we are not ignorant. Blessed ones of the nations. Let me give you a cause for you to be thankful to God. In the year 2020, barely 1 month for my mentor, a man that I love so much and has encouraged and has been so much an encouragement and inspiration and has inspired me so much. His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. 1 month to the close of the year 2020. By hatred for me, the new terrorists that operated on the soil of America with their cronies in Ghana, so much hatred for me, seeking to end my life, chopping off my body on the clock, eventually took the life of my president, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, on the 12th of November 2020. Barely 1 month, approximately 1 month for him to have crossed over to the year 2021. God says, Jeremiah, you have accomplished your mission. Come be with me. Blessed ones of the nations of the world. Why do we need to hear all this? We need to hear all this that we understand that it is of the Lord's mercy. It is by grace, the grace of God. That is why you are still alive. Your life is owned by somebody. My life is owned by somebody. It is not owned by any man. It is owned by God. There is a man on the soil of Ghana. Ghana, let me shock you. You don't know this, but I will tell you today, the 7th of January 2022. The official mouthpiece, I'll say it again, Ghana, you don't know this, but I will tell you. The official mouthpiece of this US undercover agent is on the soil of Ghana. In fact, the translation, the meaning of his name is that the very nature of death. If you want to know the characteristics of death, what death is like, it is in him. That is what his name means. His name is a Ghanaian name, but if you want to translate the meaning of the name, it says that he is the epitome of death. Death dwells in him. The nature of death is in him. The characteristics of death is in him. I'll mention to us the name. Ghana, the name is Owu Su. Owu Su. The nature, Owu is death, and Su is nature. Characteristics. So the nature of death dwells in that individual. Ghana, we are not ignorant that many noble of our land, some being politicians, diplomats, religious, dignified people of the land of Ghana, what that mouthpiece of this US undercover agent does is come every 31st night, every 31st, before the humanity, Ghana enters into the new year. As many Ghanaians that are purposed to be killed as we enter the new year, as the new year, we open the new year, as we get into the new, supposing like in 31st night, 2021, as we're entering 2022, What he does every year is to, for the coward secret killers, to give him the kill list, those that they have purpose to kill. And he would cowardly, under the guise of the Bible, falsely prophesy. You understand? He would stand in his congregation and falsely prophesy based on the foreknowledge of the kill list, speaking for the goddess that the coward secret killers worship. And he would declare the names. This has caused a grave problem in the land of Ghana. That in the year 2021, the Ghana Police Service, the IGP, had to play their political game at the expense of the innocent minds of the Ghanaian people by telling the Ghanaian people that uh, as for that 31st night, 2021, they will be on any man of God, whether you are a true man of God or a false prophet, like Owusu. His surname is Bempa. Ghana, I've mentioned it. They would be on you. So you cannot prophesy. In other words, what the police service of Ghana seem to be a threat or unapproved prophecy. That was very, very tactical, very, very treacherous. Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world. I tell us what, it is only God that can put the coward secret killers under control. As many as that man has declared that they will die, along the year, the coward secret killers kill them secretly. Understand? They know that you are on the kill list. It has been approved. You should be killed. All they have to do is 31st night, let the man go declare that you shall die. And then, whether by food poisoning secretly, or they orchestrate in the middle of the street, crash you with a car, however they will kill you, crash you in your car and kill you. If they have to attack you with robbers in your home and kill you, they kill you. However, they have to make the killing justifiable. They have already made it by making the false prophet declare on the 31st of the year, the last day of the year, that you shall die. So that when the coward secret killers get you killed, it would be justifiable before a man of God. In fact, God of men, somebody that become God over fellow human beings, said it. So the assassination, the murder that you were murdered, they put it on God. Ghana, in the year 2017, 18, 19, when God took me to the land of Ghana for the 2-year investigative mission, that man, the official mouthpiece of the US undercover agent, they think God is blind and God is dead. That man took his diabolical and evil agenda to the wrong place and to the wrong man. He declared a false prophecy concerning one man in the land of Ghana. He was the man that, in fact, before he has prophesied for many innocent to be killed. And the Ghanaian people know that when he does that, there is the 100% possibility that before the close of the day, if God doesn't come in, the coward secret killers will kill you, and then it's a prophecy fulfilled. Some say they got to fulfill the book, but it's just all a part of the treacherous evil agenda of the coward secret killers. So he took his false prophecy to the wrong individual. He claimed that the head of the Islamic community in Ghana, in fact, he has prophesied against his fellow, falsely prophesied against his fellow preachers. He has prophesied against former president. He has done it young and old, celebrity. However, he decided to take it to the head of the Islamic community in Ghana. His name is Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu. Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu. He took his evil words to the man. But Ghana and the nations of the world, the God of the Bible is a just God. And sometimes may watch on for evil to continue beyond limit. But all of a sudden, he stands up and proves that he is called all loving. And he's not a hater and a killer. So the Ghanaian people rose up. People that believe that false prophet, this time you are seeking to trouble the nation of Ghana and will not take it from you. Ghana rose against a false prophet, the man in whom death dwells. He says it and you are dead, and they get you killed. And that man who said he has spoken for God saw that the kind of fire and the heat that was coming from the Ghanaian people and from those that do not take nonsense from cowards rose up, and they told him, you better apologize for where you have taken your coward secret killing to. The man said he is a man of God. In fact, he's a God of men. Now, he went back on his word. He's sorry. You know, he said it, but I said it, but I'm sorry, I didn't think about it well before saying it. Nonsense. Humanity and the nations of the world, as I speak to you today, Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu of Ghana is over 100 years. You didn't hear that? With long life, God has satisfied him. I don't know whether Owu Su has attained even half the age of Sheikh Nuhu Shaributu, half of his age, 50. I don't know whether he has attained that. And yet, he has taken the entire land of Ghana hostage and is getting us killed because he thinks that the power is in his hands to get us killed. Ghana and the nations of the world, Akufo to the program Testimony New World Disorder. This is the 7th of January 2022. Why do we need to hear all this? Ghana, humanity and the nations of the world, we need to hear this because one more time, Owu Su Bempa, the man in who is the epitome of death, all evils of death dwells in him, has decided to kick against the prick. And my Bible says that it is very hard to kick against the prick. Ghana, on the 31st night, 2021, before the year humanity rolled to the year 2021, God has told me, my son, it is enough of this willful intent to get you murdered, killed in Ghana, killed in America to cover up heinous crimes against Ghana. Look at how the whole world is in total helplessness because of hatred for just one individual, this son of mine. Get up, write what I tell you to write. Send it to the United Nations. Send it to the US Justice Department. Send it to the International Criminal Court. Send it to the African Union headquarters. Send it to the Ghana embassy. Send it to the government of Ghana, Akufo, that in this 2021, what was done is totally unacceptable. God was demanding immediate redress to this willful intent to get me murdered after they had cowardly killed my father and my uncle, and they are bent on getting me assassinated, murdered, go to the extent of setting me up for a bomb plot so they can. What kind of hatred is this? So I spoke to the United Nations. God asked me to. I spoke to the US Justice Department. God made me speak to the African Union, the African people. Humanity, we must rise up. We are demanding immediate redress. It was a very peaceful step. However, to shock us, when the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., received their copy of the document, they immediately, with stakes in America, linked with Nana Addo Akufo and his government, that it is now time for them to get me assassinated, come into the year 2022. So they put their words into the mouth of Owusu Bempa on that same 31st to respond to my peaceful step calling for a redress from the US Justice Department, from the United States, from International Criminal Court, African Union, calling us that there must be a redress for the sake of peace. There must be a redress. They had made Owusu Bempa the Ghana Embassy, which for 15 years, Nana Addo Akufo and the coward secret killers who have taken over the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., to collude with foreign forces, getting Ghanaians killed, and no law has restrained them. They are paid with the Ghanaian tax money. In America, we convert it the dollars. They transmitted the information to Nana Addo Akufo and his government that the African has risen up on the last day of the year 2021. He's demanding a redress. They put words into the mouth of Owusu Bempa on the 31st night. Go and declare, go and falsely prophesy, go and be our mouthpiece, and cowardly say that you are giving a coded message as a prophecy, falsely prophesying according to the book Occupy Till I Come, which God has blessed me with and is yet to be published year after year. It has gone to the United Nations, International Criminal Court, the African Union. So Owusu Bempa, as bundling up his false prophecies for the year 2022 must declare, his own mouth might say that, he was speaking on the behalf of those that have purpose, that in this year 2020, they will get me out of, they will assassinate me. He was telling the Ghanaian people that there is a man of God. God let his own mouth declare that I am a man of God. There is a man of God who has left, who traveled and promised to return. He stayed a long time and eventually he did not come back. Ghana, before the year 2021 came to a close, I told you how the Biden administration and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration, they have colluded to seek my assassination in the land of America at all cost and never want me to set a foot on the soil of Ghana again. And they are using the medical field to seek to terrorize me under COVID. They had gone to the extent of demanding that I should bring my COVID certificate because I will not let them rob me of my income for the US and the man, the woman whom the Owusu speaks for and get people killed. I will not let them rob me. So they had to, under the guise of medical terrorism, if I will not allow them to commit medical terrorism against me, then they will take my job. They took the job. Okay. I gave them, take the job. My life values more than paper, money. Ghana. So before the close of the year, this unfolding were all coming up. And as treacherously as the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Joe Biden's administration, His Excellency, would want to play to get me assassinated, get me destroyed from ever stepping foot on the soil of Ghana, they decided that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo should demand a mandatory vaccination of everyone that sets the foot on the soil of Ghana. Every traveler that gets, and the Ghanaians must be vaccinated by mandate, all for a target of one person. I have given them the job, so they have stepped up that way. At the same time, Ghana and the world, America, had the treachery that the administration of His Excellency Joe Biden played in the line. They have put a blockade, a hindrance that I will never set the foot on the soil of Ghana unless I allow them to medically terrorize me in America. So, in order for His Excellency Joe Biden to have a very nice face that, oh, he has nothing to do with that evil, which they think God knows about. He declares, after he has made Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo place a ban, to place him that if I will not allow them to medically terrorize me, then my feet will never set on the soil of Ghana. They will get me killed like Nkrumah's life ended in the land of Romania. They will kill me in America. So Joe Biden, in order for him to make a fool of the American people, that he doesn't know of what Nana Addo, his own plot with Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, what he will do is he declares to the American people, humanity, that his ban on travel to Africa is lifted, which means that he has nothing to do with the medical terrorism. If you want to go to Africa, go. At the same time, he has put a hindrance that you would never go to Africa until you have allowed us to medically terrorize you and kill you. And when I've gone to the United Nations, the African Union, the US Justice Department, calling for a redress, that's such endangering of humanity and the nations of the world. There must be a redress. Total justice must be ensured in the heinous crimes against Ghana and humanity, the crimes of this US and the Caribbean, against my nation Ghana, against humanity, against my two tortured and abducted, against my family, my father, my uncle, whose precious life have been. Justice must be ensured. I call for it. A redress. I would not allow her to rob me one penny. A redress. In order for them to say that we have decided you are on the kill list, you have been on the kill list, the undercover agent ensured that you were put on the kill list before they set up marriage on the 9th of December 2006. So they put their words in the mouth of Owusu Bempa to declare it for as a prophecy, false prophecy. That when they have eventually executed the medical terrorism, destroyed my life, assassinated me on the soil of America, if they succeed, if God is dead and they succeed to kill me in America, it will be that there was a man, a God of man, Owusu Bempa. He said that I will not come to the soil of Ghana again. He coded it, so Ghana, you didn't understand. Then he will come and interpret. That was what he was talking about. But God's not dead. He's alive. God's not dead. He's alive. God's not dead. He's alive. I see him every day. You didn't hear me. I say God's not dead. He's alive. My God is not dead. He's alive. Yahweh not dead. He's alive. I see him every day. Jehovah is not dead. He's alive. God is not dead. He's alive. God's not dead. He's alive. I see him every day. Grace is singing. Daddy, you are not dying. You'll be alive, Daddy, you are not dying. You'll be alive, Daddy, you are not dying. You'll be alive, I see you every day. Elizabeth is singing, Daddy, you are not dying. You'll be alive, Daddy, you are not dying. You'll be alive, Daddy, you are not dying. You'll be alive, I see you every day. Why do they see me every day? Because the God of grace lives. And my life, my times, and my days are in his hands. None can pluck me out of his hands. Oh, so let's go to what to do, humanity and the nations of the world, and receive some more. I'm not dying until God says so. And he said that I shall not die, but live to declare his works. Amen. God bless you. God bless my homeland. You are not dying as well.